Pull up that easy chair and sit right down for the best music in your town.
Here on Wayback with Johnny. Now don't turn that dial. The program's about to begin.
It's Canada Day, up Canada way, on the first day of July.
Canada, you're like a woman.
Blows freer in my old Canadian home.
Good morning, friends and listeners. Way Back with Johnny. Yes, this here is your old host with most country western music, and today Canadian country music as well. Here on CFRC 119 FM and www.oshawarocks.com. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this trip back in time to the golden era of Canadian country music here on this great channel. And also, Happy Canada Day, one and all.
Pacific, carry me 3,000 miles.
Heard the sweet summer breeze in the leaves of the maple trees, sharing the song that I'm singing.
I wouldn't take $1 million for one single maple leaf.
Stompin' Tom here, as a small Canadian from the smallest province in Canada, who never thought he was anything more than a Canadian. I'd like to wish all Canadians a very happy birthday. This is a year that Canada is in crisis, and this is a year when we have to prove that we are Canadians, that we'll always be Canadians, we'll stick together through thick and thin, no matter from where we're from. We may be Indigenous, or we may be from other countries, but whatever we can do to keep this country together, we have to do all that we can, and we have to wish every province will stay within the fold. As Stompin' Tom from Skinner's Pond, and as an ordinary Canadian, I want all Canadians to be ordinary and have a heart that is going to keep this country together forever. Happy birthday, Canada.
Good morning, friends and listeners. Way Back with Johnny. Yes, this series, your old host with the most country western music, Johnny Woodlock. The next program of the Way Back with Johnny show I'd like to dedicate to each and every one of us who are proud Canadians, as this will be our 2026 celebration to our beloved country, Canada. So let's pay tribute to our Canada with opening up today's program with none other than the Canadian anthem, as sung by my good friend, the King of the Newfies, Michael T. Wall.
The true north, strong and free, and stand on guard, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, glorious and free, we stand on guard, we stand on guard for thee. Oh we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, where pines and maples grow, great prairies spread, and lordly rivers flow. How dear to us thy broad domain from east to western sea, thou land of hope for all who toil, thou true north, strong and free. Oh Canada, glorious and free, we stand on guard, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Now, friends, following the Canadian National Anthem, I would like to welcome you all back into the Wayback with Johnny show, as we welcome you all into this weekend's program and share that we are still coming to you via the Woodlock Ranch and Studios located in Cornwall, Ontario. Also heard over historic CFRC 1019 FM from the heart of Limestone City, Kingston, Ontario, Canada. Also over www.oshawarocks.com, and anytime you want over YouTube at Wayback with Johnny on YouTube. With all that shared, I would like to welcome you all into this weekend's program, which is dedicated to the best country in the world. Of course, that is our beloved Canada, my home country. I would also like to share that we will be sharing a lot of Canadian country music, but 3 very special interviews as well, with true Canadian icons. First of all, I would like to open up today's program on this, the 159th anniversary of our founding of Canada, with an all-time classic by none other than John Prince, that my dear friend Uncle Ray Chapisky gave me many years ago, and is called It's Good to Be Canadian. Then we'll follow with the king of Canadian country music himself, Stompin' Tom Connors, and a song I truly believe in called Believe in Your Country. With that, I would like to dedicate this, as I had mentioned, to each and every one of us, proud and true Canadians. Welcome in, friends, and happy Canada Day long weekend.
Mist that rises from the waters far beyond Vancouver's sands looks the same as the rolling fog off the shores of Newfoundland. And what I see from a mountain peak in the high Laurentian snow is like the view from the Rockies to the valleys far below. 'Cause when I think of Canada, I see us all the same. A century and a quarter gone, I'm proud of our name. Oh, it's good to be Canadian, no matter where we stand. The heartbeat of our nation is the lifeblood of our land. From a wheat field on the prairie, the horizon seems so high, and it's the same in Ontario, where the farmland meets the sky. And from every evening doorway, someone calls a little child, and it feels good to be home. I've known this for a while. 'Cause when I think of Canada, I see us all the same. A century and a quarter gone, I'm proud of our name. Oh, it's good to be Canadian, no matter where we stand. The heartbeat of our nation is the lifeblood of our land. So let's all stand together, let's all stay on solid ground. 'Cause if you search the whole world over, a better place would not be found. And let's ask God to bless Canadians wherever they may be, and to keep us all together here from sea to shining sea. 'Cause when I think of Canada, I see us all the same. A century and a quarter gone, I'm proud of our name. Oh, it's good to be Canadian, no matter where we stand. The heartbeat of our nation is the lifeblood of our land. So say hello, say bonjour, we speak with one heart. As mon ami, my friend you'll be, 'cause we'll never be apart. Oh, it's good to be Canadian, no matter where we stand. The heartbeat of our nation is the lifeblood of our land. Oh, the heartbeat of our nation is the lifeblood of our land.
someone we all know and love. Please welcome a proud Canadian Stompin' Tom Connors.
Goodbye, Jim and Jackie. Goodbye, John and May. We hate to see you leaving, bound for the USA. But if you don't believe your country should come before yourself, you can better serve your country by living somewhere else. I know the times are changing, factories closing down, but if you stay and help us, we can turn these things around. But if you don't believe your country should come before yourself, you can better serve your country by living somewhere else. And while our politicians divide our precious land, we speak in French and English, but they still don't understand. If you don't believe your country should come before yourself, you can better serve your country by living somewhere else. In a land that's short on heroes, they trade our jobs away, and we don't need no zeros to come and help us save the day. So if you don't believe your country should come before yourself, you can better serve your country by living somewhere else. And if you should find your heaven where stars and stripes are flown, you'll learn to stand more proudly than you ever stood back home. And they'll tell you that your country must come before yourself, or you'll have to serve your country by living somewhere else. So goodbye, Jim and Jackie. Goodbye, John and May. We hope that you'll be happy living in the USA. 'Cause if you don't believe your country should come before yourself, you can better serve your country by living somewhere else. If you don't believe your country should come before yourself, you can better serve your country by living somewhere else. I live and breathe the country. So to be proud, I'm proud of myself, ain't I? So if I'm proud of myself, I have to be a proud Canadian. Simple as that.
And isn't that the truth, friends? Now, following that classic by Stompin' Tom Connors, we're once again back here on the Way Back with Johnny's Salute to Canada Day 2026. So I'd also like to welcome y'all into the program if you're just joining us now. And I also begin this weekend, as we usually do, with sending out some special dedications. First, a song going out to my beloved Mama Dawn. And for her today, it'll be one of her all-time favorite Canadian songbirds. That, of course, is the snowbird herself from Nova Scotia, Miss Anne Murray, and her all-time classic called Snowbird. We'll then send out a song in loving memory of my late Granny Marg, Mama's mum, and she always made this time of year very special when I was a young lad growing up, because she always made a special Canada Day strawberry shortcake. Anyway, in memory of that, and also in memory of my late Granny, we'll have an all-time classic by one of her favorite singers, Hank Snow, in my Nova Scotia home. We'll also send this out to our good friends, Peter and Myrna Trenholm in Nova Scotia as well. We'll then wrap up this set with another timeless classic going out to John and Kathy up there in Guelph, Ontario. For them today will be the legendary Stompin' Tom Connors and a classic called Cross Canada, or also known as CANADA. With that, I would like to welcome you all in and say good morning to each and every one of you listening in.
It's snowy metal, cold and clean. The unborn grass lies waiting for its coat to turn to green. The snowbird sings a song he always sings, and speaks to me of flowers that will bloom again in spring. When I was young, my heart was young then too. And anything that it would tell me, that's the thing that I would do. But now I feel such emptiness within, for the thing that I want most in life's the thing that I can't win. Spread your tiny wings and fly away, and take the snow back with you where it came from on that day. What I love forever is untrue, and if I could, you know that I would fly away with you. The breeze along the river seems to say that he'll only break my heart again should I decide to stay. So little snowbird, take me with you when you go to that land of gentle breezes where the peaceful waters flow. Spread your tiny wings and fly away, and take the snow back with you where it came from on that day. What I love forever is untrue, and if I could, you know that I would fly away with you. Yeah, if I could, you know that I would fly away with you.
There's a place I'll always cherish neath the blue Atlantic skies, where the shores down in Cape Breton bids the golden sun to rise, and the fragrance of the apple blossom sprays the dew-kissed lawn, back in dear old Nova Scotia, a place where I was born. The Scotian and the Ocean Limited and the Maritime Express, their mighty engines throbbing make their way towards the west, and the sturdy fishing schooner sways so lazily to and fro. Nova Scotia is my sanctuary and I love it so. Dominion I have traveled far and wide, where the shores out in Vancouver kiss the blue Pacific tide. I have crossed the snow-capped Rockies, saw the wheat fields golden blaze, headed back to Nova Scotia where contented cattle graze, where the purdy robin redbreast seeks its loved ones in the tree, and the French dialect in old Quebec keeps calling out to me. It seems to say, be on your way, there's a welcome at the door, where the kinfolks are waiting on that gay Atlantic shore. New Brunswick and across to PEI to the rock-bound coast of Newfoundland. I'll love them till I die. But if God came here on earth with us and asked if he could rest, I'd take him to my Nova Scotia home, the place that I love best.
C-A-N-A-D-A. Tell me, what's a Douglas fir? C-A-N-A-D-A. Bet you never heard a bobcat purr. C-A-N-A-D-A. Have you ever seen a lobster crawl? In Canada, we get to see them all. We get to see the maple trees, maple sugar and the maple leaves. We got the biggest wheat fields growing tall. In C-A-N-A-D-A, where we see the reversing falls. In Canada, we get to see them all. C-A-N-A-D-A. Tell me, what's a tidal bore? C-A-N-A-D-A. Have you ever heard the ocean roar? C-A-N-A-D-A. Just Just listen to that wild goose call. In Canada, we get to see them all. We get to see the maple trees, maple sugar and the maple leaves. We got the biggest timber wood so tall. In Canada, where adventure ever calls. In Canada, we get to see them all. Canada, have you ever heard of Maple Creek? Canada, bet you never seen a mountain peak. Canada, in the land of the big snowball. In Canada, we get to see them all. We get to see the maple trees, maple sugar and the maple leaves. We got the biggest wheat fields growing tall. In Canada, where we see the reversing falls. In Canada, we get to see them all. Canada, have you ever seen a magnetic hill? Canada, or a lady on a dollar bill? Canada, bet you never seen the autumn fall. In Canada, we get to see them all. We get to see the maple trees, maple sugar and the maple leaves. We got the biggest timber wood so tall. In Canada, where adventure ever calls. In Canada, we get to see them all. I say in Canada, we get to see them all.
That big eight-wheeler rolling down the track means your true loving daddy ain't coming back, 'cause I'm moving on.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Rogers Snow, son of country legend Hank Snow. By the way, you're listening to Wayback with my good friend Johnny Woodlock.
You stayed away too long. I'm through with you, too bad you're blue, keep moving on.
And now, friends, it's once again that time in the program to take our weekly trip up east into the mighty Ottawa Valley, the valley we call our Ottawa. With that mentioned, we would like to pay tribute to a few special pioneers of the Ottawa Valley. First of all, we're going to pay tribute also with sending out a song to my good friends and radio uncle and Aunt Margaret and Uncle Ray Chapisky in Eganville, Ontario. For them, today will be the legendary Bob King and My Canadiana Home, taken off an old LP record. Then we'll follow with a song going out to Vic and Linda May Garbett in Arnprior, Ontario. For them today will be a classic by Hank Rivers, or also known as Henri La Riviere. And this is a song which was used on the Confederation train which crossed Canada in 1967. And it'll be called, of course, the Confederation Train. Then we'll follow that with an all-time classic by none other than our good friend and late hero, Orville Prophet, and a song going out to my good friend up there in Niagara Falls in Chippewa, Ontario. And it's going to be a song going out to Bob Gardner today by Orville called Johnny Canuck. With that, I would like to say good morning and also send out a very special good day to the Valley listeners. Welcome in, friends, and happy listening.
I've traveled this whole world over, and nowhere could I find a lovelier scene than the one in my dreams of this Canadiana home of mine. I've wandered around so far from my home. I've been everywhere that there is to compare, but the fairest I've seen, so majestic a queen, is that Canadiana home of mine. Have you seen pretty Vancouver Island, the Rockies and prairies so fair? Quebec sights galore, the Maritimes for more in that Canadiana home of mine. I've wandered around so far from my home. I've been everywhere that there is to compare, but the fairest I've seen, so majestic a queen, is that Canadiana home of mine. That Canadiana home of mine. That Canadiana home of
just a-moving right along. Across the prairie like a shooting star, hear that whistle from afar, to the click-clack of the wheels, and I'll be gone. Now every heart will fill with pride as she takes those mountains in her stride, like a hound dog coming when we call its name. I'm sure she'll be a big success on the goodwill tour of happiness, riding the new Confederation train. For Expo 67 we'll go down to Montreal. Folks will come from miles away with a great big powwow. You'll hear the song, "Oh Canada," on the colored train of fame, gonna ride to glory on the Confederation train. I dreamed I was the engineer for the big Centennial Expo year. Hear the wind join in the sweet refrain. We're all heading for the Expo Fair, and I'm sure I'll see you there, riding the new Confederation train. Give our Canada 3 happy cheers. We made it through 100 years. Our province is so big and grand we love. Let us live in peace and harmony. We'll be as happy as can be, trusting the Lord in heaven up above. For Expo 67 we'll go down to Montreal. Folks will come from miles away with a great big powwow. You'll hear the song, "Oh Canada," on the colored train of fame, gonna ride to glory on the Confederation train. Confederation train.
Johnny Canuck is his name. He's the man who'll light the flame. He'll lead his country's fight. He'll destroy the foreign blight. Johnny Canuck is our hero's name. Johnny Canuck will break the chains. Johnny Canuck will stop the change. He'll lead his country's fight, buy back the nation's right. Johnny Canuck is our hero's name. This is your land. This is your home. This is the place that you should own. But there are those who steal your rights if you fail to see the light. But in this land of Canada lives a hero brave and bold. Johnny Canuck is his name. He's the man who light the flame. He lead his country's fight. He'll destroy the foreign fight. Johnny Canuck is our hero's name. To his everlasting fame, things will never be the same. This is a shining hour. Let's show them Canadian power. Johnny Canuck is our hero's name. To his everlasting fame, things will never be the same. This is our shining hour. Let's show them Canadian power. Johnny Canuck is our hero's name. To his everlasting fame, things will never be the same. This is our shining hour. Let's show them Canadian power. Johnny Canuck is our hero's name. To his everlasting fame, things will never be the same. This is our shining hour. Let's show them Canadian power. Johnny Canuck is our hero's name.
Well, I know I let you down in many ways. I'm not the man I should be.
Hello, this is Neville Wells of the Ottawa Valley Country Music Hall of Fame. You're listening to my good friend Johnny Woodlock on the Wayback with Johnny show. Make Johnny's show a part of all your Sundays.
I'll make you happy if you will see me through.
And now, friends, I'd like to welcome you all to the first interview of our Way Back with Johnny's tribute to Canada Day 2026. With that mentioned, this first interview was aired back in Canada Day of 2022. That's 4 years ago. And with that mentioned, this will be an archived interview from that Canada Day with none other than a Canadian country music pioneer and legend, Larry Mercey of the famed Mercey Brothers. Now, following this interview, we will hear an all-time classic that Larry recorded, but also co-wrote, called Canada, I Love You. With that, I'd like to dedicate this to our good friend, Larry Mercey, who's still going strong and is still performing to this day. However, he is semi-retired, but I do hear that he did do a show at the Purple Hill Country Jamboree a couple weeks ago. With that, we'll dedicate this to Larry Mercey and also to all the Mercey Brother fans out there. Welcome in, friends. Now here's a classic from 2022 and Larry Mercey.
Well, I'm very glad to be here, Johnny.
Thank you. If we go back far enough, you were born in 1939 in Hanover, Ontario.
Yeah.
What are your earliest musical memories?
I think of my dad played the guitar, and he kind of, I remember him on a Sunday afternoon, he'd get us three boys in kind of in the living room, and he'd kind of play, and I was trying to get us interested in music, and before long we were all out playing ball or doing something else.
I see.
But it must have rubbed off because there's only three boys in our family, and we all get in the music business, so.
Yes.
And of course, back in those days, that was really a lot of entertainment was music.
It's the way it was done back then.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, how did the original Mercey Brothers group form?
Well, I was the first to start. I was when I was 15. When I was 15 years old, it was my first time that I was on the CKNX Barn Dance, which was a radio show that the cast traveled every Saturday night within a 100-mile radius, and they would broadcast the show.
Okay.
And I was on there when I was 16, then every Saturday night. And relatives and that would say to my brother Ray, like, why don't you sing with your brother? And around that time, of course, there were a number of groups like the Everly Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
The Wilburn Brothers, the Leuven Brothers, all kind a number of groups like that. And so Raymond, his first place ever singing was right on television.
Okay.
There was a television show I was on called Western Roundup.
I see.
On CKNX TV, and that would be back around in 1958.
Okay.
In around that area.
I see. Yes.
And that's how we kind of got started. And then we there was a show on CBC that was called Talent Caravan.
Mm-hmm.
It was a national television show, and we were on that show. Ray and I. We were on in Kitchener, and we won that show. And then we were on in Hamilton, and then we were on the semifinals, and we were in the finals, and we won second in Canada. The fellow that won first, his name was Homer James.
Okay.
He went on to work with the Billy Graham organization.
Oh, yes.
Now, for us, in our genre of music, it was great. It was just like winning first, because we got on the Don Messer show from that. We got on the Red River Jamboree with Stu Davis out in Winnipeg.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Sing Along Jubilee.
Exactly.
All the CBC shows like that, which really helped to get us known.
And what was country music in Canada like back then?
Well, there wasn't stations that really just played country music.
Okay.
Our first record we had out was a song called Just the Snap of Your Fingers.
Yeah.
And it got to be number one in Halifax, Sault Ste. Marie, a number of different places. The radio stations then, like, that was pop. Like, we were, like, it was just a mixture of everything. There was really no much radio stations that were playing just country music.
And then going on into your career, in 1971, you guys recorded one of my favorite songs of yours. Who wrote the words?
Oh, yes.
How did that song come about?
We'll go back a little further than that to a point. We were playing in Brockville, at a bar in Brockville, and two fellas by the name of Bruce Rollins and Terry Carice came down and wanted we would listen to some of their songs they'd written, and we said sure. So between intermissions, we went up to our room, and we had just come back from Nashville from recording actually.
Okay.
And we listened to the songs, but they were more kind of Gordon Lightfooty or more folk and so on. And we said, we'll listen to any songs you ever have, you know, to listen to them. And now there may be 3 or 4 months from that, we were back in Brockville, and they came down with some songs.
Yes.
Some of the songs they had were Hello Mom, Who Wrote the Words, Kentucky Turn Your Back. Just great material that the Mercey that the Mercey brothers did then.
Exactly.
And that's how we got Who Wrote the Words.
Okay. And I find it speaks a lot more towards today's time than it even did back then.
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, it does. It does. And I still do it.
Do you?
That's the thing about being in the music business and what you want to do with recording is to get people to know you, and so then those songs, that's the songs that people want to hear when they go to see you.
Do you ever get tired of doing?
So, no, not really.
No.
No. Like Uncle Tom, Whistle on the River.
Yes.
Wrote the words, all those songs. Some of them, like Uncle Tom, Whistle on the River, were all recorded in 1966 already.
Okay.
So,
yes.
And I still do them. I'm doing a show on July the 1st.
Yes,
After the day, up in a place called Sawbo Beach, and on the program is Uncle Tom.
Oh, yes, good.
Still do it after all these years.
Yes. Well, that's what, as you say, the people want to hear. So
yeah, they want to hear the songs that you
made famous,
made hits on.
So,
yeah.
now, if I may ask, you being a Canadian country music and folk musician like you are, what is the difference between American and country Canadian music?
Well, there's not a whole lot, and we really, I think, got the Americans' music really first got over here, firstly, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
Point. And some of the difference is the way we Canadians say words and the way Americans do. Like when I was in the publishing business, and sending songs down to America, to Nashville and that, a song maybe like, we might say poor. The person was poor, and they say poor.
Yes.
Poor. So they used to say, if they hear something that's different like that, they're hearing so many songs, they just skip over it, and it's not what they're used to.
I see.
I think some of it is just how the difference that we say words are words, which is kind of a small little thing, but it's kind of amazing how that it is a factor sometimes.
Exactly, I understand. Yeah. Now you went solo in 1986 after the brothers broke up.
Right.
What led to that?
Well, actually, it was probably more in 1989, I think.
Okay.
Lloyd and I kind of stopped.
Yeah.
Part of that was like the music business was going really down at that particular point around that time.
I see.
And really, what it was the ride programs.
Okay. Yes.
That I would say that the ride program. Well, it was the ride programs that really helped to stop the group, the Mercey Brothers, and many others. I am a great fan of that. I don't believe in drinking and driving and so on.
Exactly.
But something like that changes everything. We used to be a group that we would fly out west, and we could be an event in a little town on Monday, another one on Tuesday, another one on Wednesday, another one on Thursday, and we could work like that. Then, after the ride programs came out, a lot of bars weren't open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
That's true.
We weren't able to fly out west and do that. We couldn't go out there and pay for a motel room and then sit there do nothing.
That's true. Yes.
So we kind of stopped that, and then with the dances, with the dances in arena, the one year you might have 1,000 people at the dance. The next, and that year there's a ride program down the road. The next year they had 750 people. There's a ride program.
Yes.
Road, and people just got afraid to go to places because they got stopped and lost their license or something. So it really changed.
I see.
I remember being in Kingston, playing in Kingston.
Yeah.
In the bar there, and talking to an auto body man, and he could see the difference in his business from there weren't as many little fender benders in the hotel parking lots. So that's how something like that filters down through everything.
Yes.
So at that time, Lloyd and I, there's two of us living off the Mercey Brothers business, and we just felt that it was hard to keep going like that.
It was time.
So Lloyd decided that he would we would stop the Mercey Brothers and we would just do what we wanted to do then. And Lloyd went on to sell radio time for and television time for some radio networks, like some TV networks for that.
Yes.
And I decided that maybe it was enough work for one guy that I would just continue
as a solo act.
So then I put a band together, and Larry Mercey, whatever band I guess it was called, and just kept on going. And then I went for quite a number of years just by myself like that. And now I have a trio. I've had a trio the last 18 years.
Yes.
The fellows that play with me, Bill Alderson on bass and George Lonsberry on guitar. And we don't play a lot, but they're not just band members; they're friends, and
exactly.
And we just have a great. I have a great time playing with them.
Maybe even you would go farther than that and say they're like family.
Absolutely, you could almost say that they are.
So with this interview going to air on Canada Day weekend, what does being Canadian mean to you?
We live in the best country in the world, like as far as I'm concerned. The reason that we kind of stayed in Canada, partly was that we felt we could be kind of more the big fish in a small pond here.
Yes.
We're only 10 or 15% the size of America, and with the 30% content on radio and everything like that, we just felt that we could do well in Canada.
Okay.
Although we did play in Nashville the odd bit, not very much. We were on the Grand Ole Opry. We represented Canada one year at the international show in Nashville, and we played in England and Germany and Finland and Sweden and different places like that. So we really went all over.
Yes.
But we always, when we were going to Europe or something, we had that Canadian flag on our guitar case. Yes. Canada is very well respected around the world.
Is it? Yes.
Yes.
Good.
Yes, really.
Good. Of course, speaking about Canada, you had a song titled "I Love You, Canada."
Yes. A fellow by the name of Brett McNall, who does live down in your area there.
Yes.
I think he lives in Trenton area, in that.
All right.
Sent a song to our publishing company, and it was called "I See Your Beauty." And it talked about Canada, but it talked about Quebec, that if Quebec left Canada, it would always be welcome back. But that kind of wasn't my thinking about Canada. Canada to stay together.
Yes.
And so I wondered if he would be interested in doing like a co-write where I would write part of the song too. And then I also got Steve Wilkinson from the Wilkinson family involved in this as well. So there's really like three writers on the song.
Well, that's the song we're going to play.
Changed the title to "I Love You, Canada."
Yes, that's the song we're going to play after the interview. Canada.
Oh, great.
Yes.
I would say it was one of the hardest songs that I had anything to do with.
Is that right?
Writing,
yes.
Because patriotic words do not sing good, and in songwriting you want to have a song that flows good, sings good, and it was catchy. It was a little harder song to put together that was like that. And it was more of a love song.
Yes, okay.
Love for Canada.
And I have two more questions for you today, Larry. First of all, would you tell us about your memoirs that you wrote?
Well, when I started on the CKNX Barn Dance, my mother kept a scrapbook of where we played, what places I played at. And every Saturday night, we would go, as I say, to a different place within a 100-mile radius. The barn dance would be there. She would write in this book what songs I sang, how much I got paid, whether it rained, snowed, or my grandparents came, or we had a flat tire, or whatever. And she kept that book for at least 2 or 3 years while I was doing that. So I kept doing scrapbooks, and after that myself, keeping things. I have 22 scrapbooks.
Oh, wow.
All in chronological order of all the good things, of all the write-ups, all the pictures, and all things like that.
All the memorabilia.
So when I thought about writing a book, I wasn't going to write a book to sell a book or something. I wanted to write something that my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren would know about their grandfather.
I see.
And but then I just got that this book got to be quite big. It's 423 pages.
Yes, it is a big book.
And so I had every page I would turn in these scrapbooks would have a story on them.
Yes.
It would be about something. So it made it. I just went scrapbook by scrapbook. I just took the first one, the second one, third one, and just wrote what was in that. And it took me a darn good year to write it. I know that.
Okay.
A while to do it. But I had I had all this information. I didn't have to have it. I didn't write it out of my head as to be able to get me to remember something in my head. To write the book. So I was very lucky that way to do it. And I've sold a number of books, over 900, almost 1,000 books now.
Oh, good.
So and where I would normally sell books would be on doing shows and things. Well, during COVID, I wasn't doing any shows.
Exactly. Yes.
Even now, being an old, right now I'm 82 years old, so I don't do a whole lot of shows anymore. I still do some, but not a lot.
Not a lot.
And really, just in the last couple of months now is really when more shows have
opened up.
Do more things. So I've been very lucky to I've had great write-ups in newspapers and things
Where
like
can
that.
we contact you to get the book?
Well, at my email address.
Okay.
Which which is Larry Mercey 40@gmail.com.
Okay.
And Mercey has an E in it, and a lot of people forget that or don't put it in. So it's Larry, Larry Mercey 40@gmail.com.
Okay, and I'll let people know that.
If they contact me there, I can certainly help them out with the book.
Okay, sure.
Appreciate you doing that, John.
Yes.
Sure.
Now, in closing today, of course, I have one last question. What is your thoughts on the modernization of country music?
Well, I often get asked that question, or I have been asked that question in the past. How do you like the new country? Well, I'd say I really kind of don't listen to it that much, because I do like classic. So that's what I really listen to when I can. I also listen to a lot of bluegrass music now, because I feel it's closer to the old country music.
It is.
But
very much.
at one point, the Mercey brothers were new country. We weren't Wilf Carter, we weren't Hank Snow, we were new. And I'm sure there were people at that time said, how do you like that new country south of those Mercey brothers?
Yeah, true.
No? And so it's really, there are artists like Brett Kessel, who I know quite well, and who's a great artist. But he does new country. And my dad told us many years ago, always remember somebody come before you and somebody's coming after you.
Yes.
And that's really what happens.
That's true.
We had our day. We had our day, the Mercey brothers, for sure. I'm very blessed and thankful for that. But now there's young kids that are coming up, and they have to have their day.
Exactly.
So that's the new country, and that's just fine with me.
Well, with that, I want to thank you for being on the Canada Day show, and hopefully we can get you back on maybe for Christmas.
Well, thank you very much, Johnny, for having me.
Yes. And you have a blessed day, and happy Canada Day.
And you too. Thank you very much.
God bless you.
Bye.
I see your beauty every morning when the sun comes shining through. I've seen countless sights like northern lights. You're an old friend, tried and true. And in years from now, I'll remember how I was proud to take a stand. I love you, Canada, my home and native land. I see our future in our children, so proud, strong and free. One family, hand in hand, from sea to shining sea. I know this father's son is not the only one doing everything he can. I love you, Canada, my home and native land. And even with times are bad, and it's been hard to make it through, this country together will stand on guard, and I always will love you. Now it's time, I say, in my own way, so all will understand. I love you, Canada, my home and native land. I love you, Canada, my home and native land.
I'm standing Nova Scotia proud for Canada. This is Anne Murray. Early in my career, I received a lot of pressure to move to the U.S., but I just couldn't do it. Canada was my safe haven, my light at the end of the tunnel, and it still is. Buy Canadian. Shop as if your country depends upon it. Keep your money in Canada for Canada.
Well, yes, friends, following that classic interview from 2022 with none other than Larry Mercey, I'd like to welcome y'all back in to the Wayback with Johnny's Canada Day tribute. With that also mentioned, it's now time to salute the segment I like to call the Vinyl Blast from Vinyl Past. But first, we must open the Vinyl Vault door. Now that the Vinyl Vault door is wide open, it's time once again to salute a classic from my collection of vinyl records. And with that mentioned, I know and understand that a lot of people, including myself, don't understand what's going on between America and Canada. Two dear friends for many, many years. However, I would like to celebrate our friends south of us who celebrate their 250th anniversary of independence on July 4th. And with that mentioned, the legendary Hollywood icon and actor John Wayne, also remembered as the Duke, recorded an album many years ago in 1973, which was called Why I Love Her. With that, I would like to dedicate this to our friends, especially Jimmy and Debbie Rogers of upstate New York. And for them today, it'll be that all-time classic called America, Why I Love Her. And with that, I still believe that these two countries can get along. With that, here's the legendary John Wayne, also remembered and beloved as the Duke.
You ask me why I love her? Well, give me time. I'll explain. Have you seen a Kansas sunset or an Arizona rain? Have you drifted on a bayou down Louisiana way? Have you watched the cold fog drifting over San Francisco Bay? Have you heard a Bob White calling in the Carolina pines, or heard the bellow of a diesel at the Appalachia mines? Does the call of the Niagara thrill you when you hear her waters roar? You look with awe and wonder at her Massachusetts shore, where men who braved a hard new world first stepped on Plymouth's rock. Do you think of them when you stroll along a New York City dock? Have you seen a snowflake drifting in the Rockies way up high? Have you seen the sun come blazing down from a bright Nevada sky? You hail to the Columbia as she rushes to the sea, or bow your head at Gettysburg, our struggle to be free? Have you seen the mighty Tetons? You watched an eagle soar? Have you seen the Mississippi roll along Missouri's shore? Have you felt a chill at Michigan when on a winter's day her waters rage along the shore in thunderous display? Does the word aloha make you warm? Do you stare in disbelief when you see the surf come roaring in at Waimea Reef? From Alaska's cold to the Everglades, from the Rio Grande to Maine, my heart cries out, my pulse runs fast, the might of her domain. You ask me why I love her? I've a million reasons why. My beautiful America, beneath God's wide, wide sky.
Well, yes, friends, once again, we have reached the end of the first hour of the Wayback with Johnny show here on this great celebration to Canada Day 2026. With that mentioned, I would like to also remind y'all that on Wednesday coming up, it'll be the 159th celebration of the formation of Canada as a country. And with that, I also mentioned I'd like to now pay tribute to sending us into the second hour with a couple of classic gospel songs and sacred gospel songs as well by two of my dearest and closest friends in music, but also legends in their own right and in their own time. First, we'll remember my late friend Ross Clow of Verona, Ontario. In his all-time classic he wrote called He Put His Loving Arms Around Me. We'll then send us into the very top of the second hour with none other than my dear friend, a Border Bluegrass and the Western All-Star Band, Tom Wilson from Brockville, Ontario, and a song called Be Ready When He Comes. With that, I hope to visit with y'all on the other side of the second hour, and I will say good morning to each and every one of you listening in.
Through my life I felt the Spirit calling, and the feeling of a better way. I took the chance and went His way rejoicing, never looking back at all my past. And He put His loving arms around me, drew me into all His loving care, made my life feel like it was worth living. I can face the future with Him near. The map He drew for my life I will follow. It will lead to paths of righteousness. I'll be content with all the ways before me, and in the end it will be time well spent. And He put His loving arms around me, drew me into all His loving care, made my life feel like it was worth living. I can face the future with Him near. I can face the future with Him near.
We read in the Bible, here on the radio, that Jesus is our master everywhere we go. We must always trust Him and live by the book, for He'll forgive the robbers, the sinners, and the crooks. Get ready for the coming of the Lord. Be ready when the trumpet sounds its cry. Don't be ashamed to stand, for God will take command. On the golden train to heaven we shall fly. So many years I've wandered in this old world alone, looking for a friend that I could call my own. But everywhere I turned, I cheated and I lied, until I found the Savior and got on the winning side. Get ready for the coming of the Lord. Be ready when the trumpet sounds its cry. Don't be ashamed to stand, for God will take command. On the golden train to heaven we shall fly. I'm going to leave this old world and it won't be very long. I'm going to be with Jesus in a better home. I know that He loves me, I can feel it in my soul. I wouldn't trade my place in glory for a mansion full of gold. Get ready for the coming of the Lord. Be ready when the trumpet sounds its cry. Don't be ashamed to stand, for God will take command. On the golden train to heaven we shall fly.
We were raised on country music, so you know we were brought up right.
Hi everyone, this is Barry Brown of the Family Brown, and you're listening to my good friend Johnny Woodlock on Wayback with Johnny. Keep listening, folks.
We were raised on country music, so you know we were brought up right.
Well, yes, friends, following those classic gospel favorites by some very dear friends of mine, I'd like to once again welcome you all back into the Wayback with Johnny show here on this great channel. We are sitting on the other side of the second hour here of this weekend's program. With that also mentioned, I'd like to remind y'all that we are still coming to you via the Woodlock Ranch and Studios in Cornwall, Ontario. Also heard over historic CFRC 1019 FM in downtown Kingston, Ontario, the limestone city of Canada. Also being heard throughout the World Wide Web at www.oshawarocks.com, as well as Wayback with Johnny on YouTube. With all that mentioned, I'd like to now celebrate some great Canadian archives and pioneers as we pay tribute to our first double feature of today. With that, it's going to be a tribute to the father of Canadian country music, Ralph Carter, who we remembered last weekend in a 3-hour tribute, and that's in the archives on YouTube as well as CFRC. Now, with that mentioned, he was one of the most influential pioneers and figures in early country music in Canada, and is truly the Canadian country music father. With that mentioned, he also had out in 1967 an album titled God Bless Our Canada. From this album, we'll hear the title track first, called, of course, God Bless Our Canada. Then we'll follow with another all-time Canadian classic called My Old Canadian Home. So with that, I'd like to welcome you all here to the second hour of our morning show. Welcome in, friends, and happy listening.
The year of 1967, we celebrate our greatest jubilee. Salute our flag as it waves so proudly. Oh Canada, our land of the free, keep it free, let's march together, let's pray together. May the good Lord be our guiding star, and grant salvation to this great nation. I'm glad that I was born in Canada. God bless our homeland, we're proud it's our land. From Newfoundland to our northern borders, sing hallelujah, sing hallelujah. We all love our Canada. Let's not forget those who died that we may enjoy our freedom in this great country. Sing hallelujah, sing hallelujah. I'm glad that I was born in Canada. God bless our homeland, we're proud it's our land. From Newfoundland to our northern borders, sing hallelujah, sing hallelujah. We all love our Canada. Let's not forget those who died that we may enjoy our freedom in this great country. Sing hallelujah, sing hallelujah. I'm glad that I was born in Canada. I'm glad glad that I was born in Canada. I'm glad that I was born in Canada. Where the grass grows greener and the wind blows cleaner in my old Canadian home. Where the snow snows whiter and the moon glows brighter in my old Canadian home. In the foothills of the Rockies, there I'll build a nest all our own. Where the cares are fewer and the hearts are truer in my old Canadian home. In all the world there's no place that really can compare. It's nature's grandest show place, it's really grand out there. Skies are really sunny, people wear a smile. Home sweet home is heaven, living sure worthwhile. Where the grass grows greener, the wind blows freer in my old Canadian home. Where the snow snows whiter and the moon glows brighter in my old Canadian home. In the foothills of the Rockies, there we'll build a nest all our own. Where the cares are fewer, 'cause the hearts are truer in my old Canadian home. Slim boy, Roy, take that thing away in that bass fiddle. In all the world there's no place that really can compare than hiking through the Rockies. It's really grand out there. Flowers on the prairie, white-faced cattle roam. A little old log cabin in my old Canadian home. Where the grass grows greener, the wind blows freer in my old Canadian home. And the snow snows whiter and the moon glows brighter in my old Canadian home. In the foothills of the Rockies, there we'll build a nest all our own. Hey, hey, where the cares are fewer, the hearts are truer in my old Canadian home.
Well, yes, friends, following those classics by none other than the Canadian country music father, Ralph Carter, we are once again back here, and it's that time in the program to welcome our very furry companion and beloved mascot, Simbush the Wonder Husky, to our program this morning. With her collection of songs about historical events in Canadian history. With that mentioned, Simbush has 3 story songs for y'all today about Canadian history. First, we'll hear from the all-time classic by Stompin' Tom Connors and his song called The Martin Hartwell Story. We'll then follow with a dear friend of mine and a true friend of the program, Frank Duty, out of Nova Scotia there, and a song he wrote called The Tragedy at Peggy's Cove, or also known as Flight 111. We'll wrap up Simbush's top favorites here this morning with none other than Canada's first cowboy legend, Earl Haywood. And from Northern Ontario, Earl was well renowned and beloved as a storyteller, especially during the Donnelly album called The Tales of the Donnelly Feud. From that album, we'll hear an all-time classic called The Legend of the Old Roman Line. With that, we'll send these out to all our great friends out there today, and especially our good friend Grant Haywood, who I know also pays tribute to his father, but is also a true friend of ours. With that, I would like to say thank you to Simbush for her contribution and her selection of great story songs. Welcome in, friends.
Lost up in no man's land of the Northwest Territories. They were lost up in no man's land. The Martin Hartwell story. The Martin Hartwell story. On November the 8th of 72, north of the Arctic Circle, a plane took off from Cambridge Bay and the pilot's name was Hartwell. He had to make it to Yellowknife although the night was storming. to save the lives of an Eskimo boy and a pregnant Eskimo woman. Oh, Mr. Hartwell, said the nurse, I pray that you will guide us to save this woman with her child and the boy with appendicitis. But the wind it blew and the storm it grew and the signal of Contwoida, they missed by miles and flying wild they crashed beside Lake Hota. Lost up in no man's land of the Northwest Territories, they were lost up in no man's land. The Martin Hartwell story, the Martin Hartwell story. Now Judy Hill, the federal nurse, she never lived to waken, and the life of the mother and her child were both soon after taken. But the pilot woke to find himself and the Eskimo boy were living, left in pain beside the plane to search the skies of heaven. Day by day the pilot lay with both his ankles broken, and it took the lad everything he had to keep the fire stoking. While in the sky too far away the rescue team were seeking a signal wave that might be traced to Hartwell's radio beacon. Lost up in no man's land of the Northwest Territories, they were lost up in no man's land. The Martin Hartwell story, the Martin Hartwell story. After 19 days the aerial search was said to be completed, until someone cried, they're still alive and the search must be repeated. And the day the beep was finally heard is a day we'll all remember. A man was found safe and sound on the 9th day of December. Hartwell said he should have died at 35 below zero, and the reason Hartwell did survive, the boy had died a hero. He brought me food when I couldn't move, while he himself grew feeble. Yes, Davy Kutuk died a saint and a credit to his people. Davy Kutuk died a saint and a credit to his people. Lost up in no man's land of the Northwest Territories, they were lost up in no man's land. The Martin Hartwell story, the Martin Hartwell story, the Martin Hartwell story.
Just a teddy bear soaked in salt is what they found today. Peggy dear, it's not your fault, you know. Sometimes things fall from the sky, and sometimes tears fall from your eyes. While they search for something they can blame, Peggy's Cove will never be the same. Once upon a time he was the favorite toy of a little girl or little boy, till that fate-filled night left him so all alone. Taken from the ones he loved and fallen from the sky above, and wondering why it happened to him. Just a teddy bear soaked in salt is what they found today. Peggy dear, it's not your fault, you know. Sometimes things fall from the sky, and sometimes tears fall from your eyes. And while they search for something they can blame, Just a teddy bear soaked in salt is all they found today. Peggy dear, it's not your fault, you know. Sometimes things fall from the sky, and sometimes tears fall from your eyes, while they search for something they can blame. Peggy's Cove will never be the same. Peggy's Cove will never be the same.
Now here is a story, and I'll tell it in rhyme, of the silly old ghost on the old Roman line. It's as old as the hills, and it's supposed to be true. So gather round, folks, while I tell it to you.
The Donnellys came back, and they rode in disguise. Out of the graveyard you'd hear those strange cries. The old Donnelly ghosts rode time after time on their gallant black horses down the old Roman line.
The Donnelly survivors, Pat, Bill, and Bob, and Jenny, their sister, who made your heart throb, they all moved away from the scene of the crime, and only their ghosts were seen time after time. Pitchfork Tom Ryder, Brother Side Road Jim, Spady McLaughlin, who had a big devilish grin, brother-in-law Jack Kennedy, and Hatchet Purtell, these were the companions of Big Burly Jim Carroll. They were the neighbors condemned for the crime, and they kept right on living down the old Roman line. Many times it was known they were filled full of fright when they saw Donnelly ghosts in the dead of the night.
The Donnellys came back, and they rode in disguise. Out of the graveyard you'd hear those strange cries. The old Donnelly ghosts rode time after time on their gallant black horses down the old Roman line.
Now there's an old legend that's been told many times about the old Donnelly ghosts on the old Roman line. It's often been said, and I guess it's true all right, you can't drive a horse down that line after night. Well, if you got past the graveyard without any harm, you'd find a horse won't pass the old Donnelly farm. I drove a nag down that road years ago, so if you're in doubt, ask me, 'cause I know.
The Donnellys came back, and they rode in disguise. Out of the graveyard you'd hear those strange cries. The old Donnelly ghosts rode time after time on the gallant black horses down the old Roman line.
Right on the Manitoulin Island, take me there and let me dream once more.
Hello, this is Grant Haywood, the son of Canada's #1 singing cowboy, Earl Haywood. They usually call me Son of Earl. and you're listening to my good friend Johnny Woodlock on the Wayback. And thanks, Johnny, for playing a lot of the old-time country.
Take me there and let me live and die.
Well, yes, friends, once again, it's that time in the program to welcome a very special morning member of our team here to our program. Of course, she is the smallest member of our morning team, but she has a giant personality, and that, of course, is Gunny, our beloved dachshund. As we welcome Gunny to our program this morning, she has a collection of some of the most essential and celebrated songs in all Canadian country music history. First of all, we're going to pay tribute to an all-time classic by the queen of French-Canadian country music, Miss Lucille Starr, and her all-time classic from 1963 called The French Song. We'll then follow with the pride of Alberta and one of the greatest songwriters Alberta ever had, and that, of course, is Ray Griff, and from Ray will be his all-time classic called Canadian Pacific. We'll wrap up this set with none other than the proud son of Alberta and Alberta's own cowboy legend, Ian Tyson, and from Ian it'll be an all-time classic called Four Strong Winds. With that, I would like to thank Gunny for her contribution to today's program. And also, Happy Canada Day, everybody.
Quand le soleil dit bonjour aux montagnes et que la nuit rencontre le jour, je suis seule avec mes rêves sur la montagne. Écoute comme apporte les chansons du vent, rappelle les souvenirs de toi. Quand le soleil dit bonjour aux montagnes, je suis seule. Je ne veux penser qu'à toi. Now when the sun says good day to the mountains and the night says hello to the dawn, I'm alone on the hilltop. I can still hear his voice, though he's gone. I hear from my door the love songs through the wind. It brings back sweet memories of you. Quand le soleil dit bonjour aux montagnes, je suis seule, je ne veux penser qu'à toi. Canadian Pacific.
I rode your ocean liner to Newfoundland, where I made a living in an iron mine. When I got my fill, I went to Nova Scotia, and I fished the salty waters for a time. Passing through Prince Edward Island and New Brunswick, I could see the rocks and cliffs of solid stone. Listening to the seagulls calling to each other made me miss my darling and my distant home. Canadian Pacific, carry me 3,000 miles through the valleys and the forests to the sunshine of her smile. Cross the plains and rugged mountains, keep this wandering boy from harm. Canadian Pacific, take me to my baby's arms. The Atlantic disappeared on the horizon, and Quebec lay waiting for me down the track. For a while I drove a truck to keep from starving. In Ontario I was a lumberjack. Manitoba and Saskatchewan and followed, where the wheat fields and the old Red River flows. In the quiet hours your whistle on the prairie touch my heart and set my memories aglow. I could feel the nearness of her warm, soft kisses when you rolled into Alberta westward bound. I worked on an oil rig to make some money for a ticket to the sweetest girl around. Pushing on past Lake Louise in all its splendor, where the trees and Rockies touch the sky above. I got to British Columbia and heaven. On your tracks I made it back to my true love. Canadian Pacific, carry me 3,000 miles through the valleys and the forests to the sunshine of her smile. Cross the plains and rugged mountains, keep this wandering boy from harm. Canadian Pacific.
Four strong winds that blow lonely, seven seas that run high, all those things that don't change, come what may. Our good times are all gone, I'm bound for moving on. I'll look for you if I'm ever back this way. I think I'll go out to Alberta. Weather's good there in the fall. I've got some friends that I could go to working for. Still I wish you'd change your mind if I'd ask you one more time. But we've been through that 100 times or more. Four strong winds that blow lonely, seven seas that run high, all those things that don't change, come what may. Our good times are all gone, I'm bound for moving on. I'll look for you if I'm ever back this way. If I get there before the snow flies, if things are looking good, you can meet me. If I send you down the fair, but by then it will be winter, there ain't too much for you to do. 'Cause those winds sure blow cold, way out there. Four strong winds that blow lonely, seven seas that run high. All those things that don't change, come what may. Our good times are all gone, I'm bound for moving on. I'll look for you if I'm ever back this way. I'll look for you if I'm ever back this way. You don't often find an angel walking barefoot across the floor.
Howdy, folks. This is Jerry Palmer, Canadian singer and songwriter from way back. And you're listening to my good old buddy, Johnny Woodlock. And he spins all the best and legendary country. Thank you, Johnny.
Did I forget to tell her that I'm happy I'm her man?
Now, friends, following those classic favorites of the Canadian most essential songs of Canadian country music, we're once again back here. And with keeping with the tradition of the Way Back with Johnny Woodlock show, I'd like to now invite y'all to turn back the years to last year, to Canada Day last year, in fact, and an interview I got to do with my good buddy from Oshawa, Ontario, who we call Big Al Traynor, a very beloved member of the Canadian country music family. With that mentioned, many years ago, Big Al also recorded and wrote a song titled The Canadian Flag. Simply tells about the story of the Canadian flag and how it came about. But with that also mentioned, Big Al Traynor was also part of the Smiley Bates touring band for many years. So with that, let's turn back years. Remember this all-time classic by yours truly and also Big Al Traynor from Oshawa, and we'll follow this with an all-time classic called The Canadian Flag. With that, here's Big Al Traynor from Oshawa.
Hi, Johnny. How are you?
Very good, and how are you, Big Al? It's been a while, but pleasure to be talking to you again.
Yes, and I'm a year older.
Yes, exactly. We all are.
Yes, I guess you all come with me. That's good.
That's right. So let's go back to, in the early days, you worked with Smiley Bates, of course.
Yes, I did.
What was he like?
He was a great patriot, too, and the best guitar player with an acoustic guitar that I ever heard. And he was a good friend. He sold albums like you would never believe. When we were traveling, if we pulled the bus into a gas station we'd be there for an hour.
Oh, is that right? Yes.
Oh, people coming on asking, do you have any CDs? Do you have any albums or anything like that? And he'd sit there and sign them and sell them.
Yes, that's what we're missing today, Big Al, for sure.
That's right, yeah. And we traveled right from here to the East Coast.
He also recorded a song called Proud Canadian. Did you work on that one?
I worked on it after it was done.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I was talking the other day to the 12th fret. I don't know if you know about the 12th fret in Toronto.
No.
Music store.
Okay.
So I was in Oshawa here with Smiley and Shell, and he was recording at Ambassador Records in Oshawa.
Yes.
And he recorded that song, and Smiley was kind of the funniest thing you'd ever see. When he come in with a little milk stool.
Oh.
Into the studio.
Yes.
And he'd sit down there and he'd say, well, we're all ready, okay, just give me a few minutes to get organized here. And he'd bring out a pint of cherry whiskey.
Oh, yes, yes.
And he'd say, well, just give me a chance to have a little warm-up here.
Yeah.
And he'd tell stories and jokes and everything like that till he finished that.
I see, yes.
And then he'd say, okay, are you guys all ready? Yeah. Okay, we're only going to do this once, eh? He said, okay, away we go. And we're starting now. I count 1, 2, 3, okay. And he'd play every song once.
And he'd do it well the first time, too, yes.
Unbelievable. You'd think he had 11 fingers.
Exactly, yes, for sure. Especially on those old ones like Golden Guitar and Old Log Cabin and those ones.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Yeah.
He'd do them all. Yeah, you'll find a lot of that in my song, like My Friend Smiley Bates,
That's
that
right.
I recorded. There's stories about that in there. And anyway, incidentally, going back to what we were just talking about, we do the album 2 weeks later, we'd show up at the 12th fret in Toronto, and we'd do it live.
Oh, yes?
Right in the music store. And that was very interesting, because those people, when I was in there maybe 7 or 8 days ago to see about a mandolin. I wanted to get a mandolin. And anyway, they still remembered when we came in. They said, I remember you, Traynor, when you came in with Bates.
And he's been gone for about 30 years now, too, so that's quite the memory they've got.
Well, that was the manager who knew that. Yeah, so that was pretty neat.
It's amazing to think that a record store is still in business in today's world from that era.
That's right. What I did a lot of things. Like, he used to do some gospel songs, and he very seldom sing with anybody, but he always used to sing with me.
Okay, yes.
And some come walking and some come lame, walking in Jerusalem, just like John.
Okay, yes, I know it well, yes.
And he'd sing that song, and I would do the answer. And the funny thing about Smarty Bates, he'd always introduce the band, and he gets on there and he commits. He said, well, I'm going to introduce the band to you. He named Billy Gushu. Billy Gushu was a Newfoundlander that came sometimes with us.
Okay.
And then there was Shell and me, and Shell's wife, Janice, was there with us. And we'd always open the show. And then we'd bring Smarty up after we'd done so many minutes of our own show. And he'd introduce Shell. He said, on my left is my right-hand man.
Yes.
That would be Shell.
Uh-huh.
And then he said, and the lady in the band is Shell's wife, Janice. And then he'd say, and Mr. Billy Gushu here plays with us the odd time. And he said, and on my right, if you look closely, you'll notice, he's the man who is built like the instrument that he plays. And he'd say, and he never gets mad at me because I'm always teasing him. He said, he never gets mad at me. He said, you can tell who eats the best in the band. Now he'd love to see me now because I'm down 80 pounds from what I was.
We're going to have to start soon calling you Small Al.
Smally Al, yeah. Small Al, that's what I'll go by.
So tell us a little bit about a song that you recorded titled, and I believe you did write it. It was called The Canadian Flag, with this being Canada Day and all.
Okay, I guess I would start way back with, I went into the archives to get some of the information from it because we were under the Union Jack when I did this, when I started it.
Okay, yes.
To write it, when I started to write it. And that's where I got it hold of. Diefenbaker was in office then. And I started to write. I said, well, in some of the things I found out that King George gave us the red and white colors.
Oh.
That's where we got them. He allotted Canada the red and the white.
Okay.
And then when you see the maple leaf on it, he said, and the maple leaf was the emblem of Canada. So that's where that came from.
I see, yes.
And then I started writing. I said, well, at the time that I was writing this, I said the Canadian flag was already born, but I want to tell you how it originated and when we went back in 1957, I think it was, to make the new Canadian flag. And I do tell you in the song that I wrote how it worked in Ottawa on the date. I can't just think right off my head now the date now, but I had the date in it, and it's in the song.
Yes.
And the whole story is in that song. If you listen to that song, you'll see that most of the songs that I write, you're going to hear about the past tense and present of the particular item that I'm writing about.
Exactly, and that's what I like about your stories.
I did the same thing with the Empress of Ireland. I'll bet you that there are many, many people in Ontario and Canada itself that do not even know about that song, that the biggest disaster in Canadian history was on the St. Lawrence River.
Yes.
And it got hit by a ship coming in from out the Newfoundland Way, coming in up the St. Lawrence, and a little bit of fog, and all of a sudden the coal ship hit the Empress of Ireland and tore a 300-foot hole in the side of it. And within 14 minutes, it was on the bottom. And some people never even got out of their cabins.
And the thing, I understand from talking to you before that it was around the same time as the Titanic, but it was our Canadian Titanic.
It was 2 years after the Titanic.
Yes.
And the Titanic got all the right up, and we hardly anything went in there.
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to say, Big Al, yes.
Yes, so there was hardly anything wrote about it. I don't know why. I often wondered that, but
I don't know how it ever went unseen or unmentioned.
But you'll get that same thing, you'll get the whole story in that song. song. And then I wrote the story of the biggest court case in the history of Canada, which was the story of the Black Donnellys from Lucan, Ontario, who the town got together with a vigilante committee and murdered them in their house. And there was nobody formally charged with that. Charges, but nobody lived through it. There was only one little witness with the young fella, the young kid that was staying overnight because they were going to court the next day, and he was going to stay and look after the animals on the farm.
Did you ever get backlash or remarks from your writing about them like Earl Haywood did?
Not really. I knew Earl Haywood really well. He was quite a guy. And I had a couple of pictures that I put into it that belonged to a doctor from Toronto, and I had to write him and get his permission. He said, well, I'll give you permission for the pictures, but I want a copy of the
album.
And I said, absolutely, you'll get a copy.
Yeah.
So I was at the farm many times.
Okay.
Down the
Old Roman line.
The old Roman line and in the churchyard.
Yes.
I was there too when the old tombstone was there. And the old tombstone said that it's such and such Bob Donnelly and all the rest that named them were murdered. They didn't put murder on the new one.
I see. That's where they put the new one in. I see. Okay.
and if they'd left the old one there, they would have had nothing left because people were coming in with a little chisel and hammer and take chunks off it.
That's what I understand. Because, see, my mother went to school up that way, Lucan, Ontario, but she often said that is one place you don't want to be at night.
Yes, they say strange things happen and on the Roman line, and they say horses don't want to go by it. Even now the horses. But I'll tell you, I was there one time because some of my kids, Dad, can we go and see that? I said, sure, I'll drive us down and we'll show you that. There's not much left there. There's only a hole in the ground where the cabin was, where the house was.
I see.
But the maple trees are down in the laneway now. Still, they're still there.
I see. Yeah.
So I stopped there and I'm telling the kids about this and about that and all going on. And boy, out of the blue, a car passed us. He must have been doing 100 miles an hour.
Oh, wow. He was trying to get off it.
I don't know where he was going or what he was doing, but he passed us when I was stopped. And they said, what the heck was that? And I said, I don't know. I can't see it. What it was a car, I'm sure.
Yes.
But anyway, they say strange things happen on the Roman line, and there you go. There's one right while we were there.
That's right.
They said, the kids said, let's get out of here.
Exactly. I don't blame them.
I said, okay, we'll go.
So, next, tell us about the art of recitation.
Well, I'll tell you something really funny. First about it. I'll tell you how I learned to do it.
Okay.
Hours with Smiley Bates.
Yes.
I was up in the cabin, and I was staying there all weekend. I had my own motorhome, so I drive it up, and I drive it on this piece of property up. He owned a cabin in the hill in Bent River.
That's right. Yes, Bent River.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we sit there, and he'd say, Al, you gotta be into your song for one. Never record a song till you know how to do it. Okay, that's right. And he said, phrasing, that's what you need.
Exactly.
You need to be able to phrase the song. And I'd say, okay, phrasing. What's phrasing? He'd show me. Then he'd tell me how to do it.
It's like timing, is it not?
And it is timing.
Yes.
It is and emphasis.
Okay.
He said, don't leave your voice at the same tone. Lead the story like you're telling it to somebody. I said, oh, yeah, okay. He said, the same emphasis you use to tell somebody that's how you sing the song. Yeah. Okay, I got that now. Because I used to do the golden guitar.
Okay, yes, you did.
When he would do it. And I did the Old Doc Brown. And he said, don't you record, he said, till I'm gone or else you're going to kill me. And I said, oh, no, I never could do that.
No, exactly.
But the funny part that I got, coming from Arizona, I got a call from a disc jockey in Arizona, and he said, Al Traynor. He said, Al Traynor. He said, are you the Al Traynor that does Old Doc Brown, the golden guitar? And I said, yes, I have them recorded. Well, he said, I want you to do a recording for me and my partner here at the station. We have a song written, The Titanic, and we have a friend up in Canada who works along with us. And I said, who would that be? He said, the singing Newfoundlander.
That's right, Michael T. Wall.
Michael T. Wall.
Yes.
And he said, Michael T. Wall is going to call you and ask you, will you recite this song for the Titanic for us and record it? I said, Okay, I'll try that.
Another thing I was going to ask is, are you getting out to any of the jamborees or festivals?
I'm asked to go up, but I don't go too far.
I see.
What? How would I say? You get tired.
Yes, you do. I understand that, yeah.
I think I fell 3 times.
Oh, wow. That's not good.
In the weekend when I was setting up all my equipment.
Yes.
And then I said, when I fell twice, and I said, if I fall once more.
That's it, yeah.
I'm going home.
I see.
So I did, and I went down one more, and I said, that's it. And a young fellow there that was going to be the sound man, he said, Al, you get in the car. He said, I'll pick up your stuff.
I see.
You just relax.
Yeah, exactly.
So then I never went back, but I still. Well, this has been a great
trip
whatever.
down memory lane.
Okay, I want to thank you for everything.
And you stay safe, and we'll talk to you soon.
And tell that guy that you said is running the country. Recognize this song and let people hear it a few times.
Yes, I sure will, Big Al.
There is no master song for the flag that I know of.
No.
Okay,
well,
I'll let you go now.
You
again.
take care, and we'll talk to you soon, Big Al. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, buddy.
God bless you. Bye-bye.
Bye now.
The Canadian flag. Yes, this country, Canada, was new, and most Canadians can remember back when the flag flown in Canada was the British Union Jack. From the days of Confederation, so proudly it flew on Canadian flagpoles. It was red, white, and blue. All through World War I, and yes again through World War II, many brave young Canadians gave their all for the red, white, and blue. And in Flanders fields, where the poppies grow, where brave young men lay row on row, they gave their lives, but these brave men knew it was for home and country and the red, white, and blue. But Canadian people knew Canada was their home, and what they wanted most was a flag of their own. They placed a red maple leaf on a white background, and the Canadian flag was new. It flew high and proud in Canada, and it replaced the red, white, and blue. Oh, it was a great flag, twice as long as it is wide. Flew the first time in Ottawa on February the 15th, 1965. King George V in November 1921 gave Canada red and white in a proclamation, and the French and the English had already chosen the maple leaf as their emblem of our nation. It was red and white and very bright as it fluttered in the Canadian breeze, reminding us all our country is free and of our beautiful maple trees. The flag was born and recognized on February the 15th, 1965. The only sad thing about our flag is since then, over 100 young men from Canada have died. These young men who gave their all, and yes, we Canadians feel so bad that our sons and daughters come back to us covered up with our new flag. Today, high above the Parliament buildings, the Canadian flag flies free, thanks to our young soldiers who died for their country. God bless Canada and always keep her free.
And now, friends, I'd like to pay tribute before we send us into the third and final hour of a true pioneer and country music icon in Canadian country music. That, of course, is none other than Tommy Hunter, the Canadian country gentleman, as we all call him. And with that mentioned, Tommy recorded a tribute song to Canada many years ago called No Place Like Home. With that, we'll dedicate this to all us true fans and also true proud Canadians. With that, dedicate this to our good friend and true country music pioneer, Tommy Hunter, up there in London, Ontario. With that, welcome in, friends, and happy listening.
Hello, I'm Tommy Hunter. I've just returned from an enjoyable trip with my wife to Europe, and I'm going to say something that I'm sure you've said or heard other people say after returning to Canada from another country. It's great to see, but let me tell you, there's no place like home. The Swiss Alps are magnificent, but I'll still take the Canadian Rockies. The coastlines of England and France were absolutely beautiful and definitely conveyed to me those great moments in history of which I had learned as a child. But I'll still take the coastlines of British Columbia or the beautiful rugged shores of Newfoundland. We drove through Austria, Germany, Italy, and England, but it sure can't come close to a drive through the Annapolis Valley or the Cabot Trail. Or how about a trip through the Okanagan or the Niagara Peninsula during blossom time? I find it a great bonus to live in a country that has 2 official languages and many cultures, where young children are taught to speak another language, an opportunity which very much enriches their lives. Of all the traveling I've done, I've never seen anything that can compare to an early summer morning in Muskoka, or the excitement of a stampede in Western Canada, the solitude of the Quebec countryside, or the golden, waving wheat fields of the prairies. Certainly we have some problems to sort out in Canada, and every effort must be made to unify our provinces and to ensure that the culture and the distinction of each is preserved. Maybe what I've learned from my trip away from Canada is that never again will I take her for granted. I'm proud to be a Canadian, and I thank God for that privilege.
I'm standing Nova Scotia proud for Canada. This is Anne Murray. Early in my career, I received a lot of pressure to move to the U.S., but I just couldn't do it. Canada was my safe haven, my light at the end of the tunnel, and it still is. Buy Canadian. Shop as if your country depends upon it.
And yes, friends, I do hope you all enjoyed that classic by Tommy Hunter about our beloved Canada. With that mentioned, we're going to send us into the third and final hour here this morning with none other than a couple of classics here of Canadian-based gospel-inspired songs. First, we'll hear an all-time classic from the pride of Bentley, Alberta, and its own Dick Dameron and Jesus It's Me Again. Then we'll follow with a song written and recorded by none other than Guelph's own Queen of Country Music in Canada. That, of course, is none other than our good friend Miss Carol Baker, and she's got a classic that was written by a pastor out there in Port Hope, Ontario many years ago in the 1800s, and it was a song that he wrote about his mother in Ireland, I do believe, and it was simply called What a Friend We Have in Jesus. With that, we'll dedicate these to all our Christian friends, especially Willie Lapointe out there in Verona, Ontario, and with that, we'll be back on the other side of the third and final hour. Good morning, friends, and happy listening.
Lately, Lord, I almost feel like dying.
wake up like a child alone at night. Sometimes, Lord, just can't keep from crying. And I can't find the strength to carry on. Jesus, it's me again. I'm on my knees again, asking you please again, reach out your hand. Jesus, it's me again, down on my knees again, begging you please again, reach out your hand. Jesus, it's me. I'm on my knees, asking you please, reach out your hand. From time to time, I've tried to find a reason, and I've talked to you a time or two before. But this time, Lord, it's more than I can handle. And I know I just can't take it anymore. Jesus, it's me again. I'm on my knees again, asking you please again, reach out your hand. Jesus, it's me again, down on my knees again, begging you please again, reach out your hand.
I left my home in Newfoundland many years ago with my guitar on my shoulder to do a country show.
Hello friends, this is Michael T. Wall, the singing Newfoundlander, and you are listening to my good friend Johnny Woodlock on Wayback.
I'm the singing Newfoundlander from the Isle of Newfoundland.
And well, yes, friends, following those classic gospel favorites, we're once again back here on the Way Back with Johnny show. I would like to remind y'all that we're still coming to you via the Woodlock Ranch and Studios, stationed in Cornwall, Ontario. Us being heard over historic CFRC 119 FM in downtown Kingston, the Limestone City of Canada. Also heard throughout the world at Way Back with Johnny on YouTube, and also www.oshawarocks.com. With all that mentioned, I'd like to now welcome y'all into this, the third and final hour of our program today. I'd like to also send out a couple of songs to our dear friends and listeners south of the border who are celebrating their 250th anniversary of their founding and Independence Day on July 4th of this year. So in honor of our friends, dedicate two songs for them. First, it'll be the legendary Tommy Cash, and a song which truly hits close to me and many others' ways of thinking, called Tears on Lincoln's Face. We'll then follow with his brother, Johnny Cash, and a song called The Song of the Patriot. With that, I'd like to say good morning and also welcome in here to the third and final hour.
The unknown soldier's turning in his grave. Has our country gone so far it can't be saved? Will Miss Liberty ever smile again? What was built by God, will it be destroyed by man? I say Washington at Valley Forge, Jackson at New Orleans, Jim Bowie at the Alamo, they all had a common dream. See everyone in the whole wide world united as a peaceful race. We don't heed their call, this nation's gonna fall like the tears on Lincoln's face. The Prince of Peace walked among us long ago. He warned us that we'd reap just what we sow. We no longer have the faith of a mustard seed, 'cause we're sowing anger, hate, and greed. I see Washington at Valley Forge, Jackson at New Orleans, Jim Bowie at the Alamo, they all had a common dream. To see everyone in the whole wide world united as a peaceful race. And if we don't heed their call, this nation's gonna fall like the tears on Lincoln's face. I see Washington at Valley Forge, Jackson at New Orleans, Jim Bowie at the Alamo, they all had a
I'm a flag-waving, patriotic nephew of my Uncle Sam, a rough-riding, fighting Yankee man. I love Mom and apple pie and the freedoms that we all enjoy across this beautiful land. I worked hard and I'd fight hard for the old red, white, and blue, and I'll die a whole lot harder if it comes to where I have to. I'm a flag-waving, patriotic nephew of my Uncle Sam, a rough-riding, fighting Yankee man. And when I see old glory waving, I think of all the brave men who have fought and died for what is right and wrong. And when I see old glory burning, my blood begins to churning, and I could do some fighting of my own. I don't believe in violence, I'm a God-fearing man, but I'd stand up for my country just as long as I could stand, 'cause I'm a flag-waving, patriotic nephew of my Uncle Sam, a rough-riding, fighting Yankee man. I'm a flag-waving, patriotic nephew of my Uncle Sam, a rough-riding, fighting Yankee man. And I enjoy the liberty of being what I want to be and achieving any goal that I can. I was taught to turn the other cheek, but Teddy used to say, walk soft and pack a big stick, but never walk away. And I'm a flag-waving, patriotic nephew of my Uncle Sam, a rough-riding, fighting Yankee man. And when I see old Glory waving, I think of all the brave men that have fought and died for what is right and wrong. And when I see old Glory burning, my blood begins to churn, and I could do some fighting of my own. 'Cause I love all my brothers and we're proud of our birth. We've got the greatest country here on God's green earth. And I'm a flag-waving, patriotic nephew of my Uncle Sam, a rough-riding, fighting Yankee man.
Well, yes, friends, once again, it's that time to take our weekly trip down east to the good old Maritimes of Canada as we pay tribute to the great Atlantic Lullaby segment. With that mentioned, I'd like to start with a song out to Peter and Myrna Trenholm this morning, my dear friends in Pugwash, Nova Scotia. For them today will be Marg Osborne of the Don Messer Islanders, and a song she recorded many years ago called Something to Sing About. We'll then follow with the original cast of Sing Along Jubilee, which included, of course, Freddie McKenna and was the start of Anne Murray. But with that mentioned, we're going to pay tribute to their Canadian version of This Land Is Your Land, This Land Is My Land. And then we'll wrap up with the legendary pioneer of Canadian country music, who many thought to come from the East Coast, but was actually from Bent River, Ontario. And we've got this song going out to my good friend and my stepdad, none other than Big Al. And of course, that's going to be a song by Smiley Bates called Proud Canadian. Now, Big Al knew Smiley for many years, and this one's going out to him today on this Canada Day long weekend. With that, welcome in, friends, and happy listening here on CFRC 119 FM.
I have walked across the sands of the Grand Banks of Newfoundland, lays on the ridge of the Mercey, watch the waves tear and roar at the stone coast of Labrador, watch them roll back to the great northern sea. From the Vancouver Islands to the Alberta Highlands, cross the prairies, the lakes, to Ontario's towers, from the sound of Mount Royal's chimes out to the Maritimes, something to sing about this land of ours. I have watched the dawn from the fields of Saskatchewan, followed the sun to the Vancouver shore, watched the quick shining ooh on the snow peaks of Caribou, up to the clouds where the wild Rockies soar. From the Vancouver Island to the Alberta Highlands, cross the prairies, the lakes, to Ontario's towers, from the sound of Mount Royal's chimes out to the Maritimes, something to sing about this land of ours. I have wandered my way to the wild woods of Hudson Bay, treated my toes to Quebec's morning dew. Heard the sweet summer breeze in the leaves of the maple trees, sharing the song that I'm singing for you. From the Vancouver Island to the Alberta Highlands, across the prairies, the lakes, to Ontario's towers, from the sound of Mount Royal's chimes out to the Maritimes, something to sing about this land of ours. From the Vancouver Islands to the Alberta Highlands, across the prairies, the lakes, to Ontario's towers, from the sound of Mount Royal's chimes out to the Maritimes, something to sing about this land of ours.
This land is your land, this land is my land, from Bonavista to Vancouver Island, from the Arctic Circle to the Great Lake waters. This land was made for you and me. As I was walking that ribbon of highway, well, I saw above me the endless skyway, and down below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land, from Bonavista to Vancouver Island, from the Arctic Circle to the Great Lake waters. This land was made for you and me. I've rode and rambled and followed my footsteps to the sparkling snows of her frozen northland, and all around me a voice was haunting. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land, from Bonavista to Vancouver Island, from the Arctic Circle to the Great Lake waters. This land was made for you and me. And the sun comes shining, and I was strolling, and the wheat fields waving, and the dust clouds rolling. As the fog was lifting, a voice was chanting. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land, from Bonavista to Vancouver Island, from the Arctic Circle to the Great Lake waters. This land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me.
I've traveled across the country from the East Coast to the West, and I'm convinced that Canada to me is still the best. The mountains are so pretty and waters are so blue. From St. John to Vancouver, Quebec, I love you too. Canadian, I'm so proud to be. From the Yukon's mighty rivers and the Rockies' majesty, I'll sing it from the prairies right down to old Grand Prix. Canada, I love you, you mean the world to me. I've seen North America and far across the sea, but never found the beauty like a pretty maple tree. Canadians are lucky and proud they ought to be. country, land of the brave and free. Canadian, I'm so proud to be. From the Yukon's mighty rivers and the Rockies' majesty, I'll sing it from the prairies right down to old Grand Prix. Canada, I love you. You mean the world to me. Yes, Canada, I love you. You're all I'll ever need.
The sun was setting in the west. The birds were singing on every tree.
Friends, it's recording artist Peter Trenum from Nova Scotia. You've got my good friend Johnny Woodlock on the Wayback, where you'll find the very best in country music.
So farewell, farewell to Nova Scotia's charms. It's early in the morning and I'm far, far away.
Now, friends, I'd like to pay tribute to the high lonesome sounds of bluegrass music from years gone by, and with that mentioned, we have been paying tribute to Canada a lot today, but we are also going to be paying tribute to our friends south of the border and our many listeners down south. With that mentioned, let's begin with Ralph Stanley and his song, Are You Proud of America? We'll then follow with another all-time classic, this time by my dear friend and late friend Jesse McReynolds, joined with his brother Jim McReynolds as the legendary Jim and Jesse brother team. They recorded several patriotic songs about America, including Jim and Jesse's all-time classic called Thank God for the USA, and we'll wrap up with our salute to American friends with their 250th birthday coming up with an all-time classic called Where's America Headed? And this one is by the legendary Queen of the Appalachian Mountains of West Virginia, Wilma Lee Cooper. We as Canadians love you all down south, but we will never be your 51st state. With that, we'll dedicate these to all our friends who still believe in the friendship that we have always had with the American and Canadian people. Welcome in, friends.
A lot of folks think America is falling. There's some that saying we've lost our pride. Should America fall sometime in the future, could you look back and say you have tried? Oh, can you say you're proud of America? Can you say you helped her to stand? Oh, can you think of some contribution you've given to make America your land? Have you forgot the source of our freedom? Is it hard to remember those that have died? If America called on you to defend her, would you be willing to stand by her side? Oh, can you say you're proud of America? Can you say you helped her to stand? Oh, can you think of some contribution you
thank God for the USA. In this world that is drifting and changing, when the faith of the people is torn, there's a nation of hope and of freedom, where the sons of courage are born. 'Tis the land of the star-spangled banner, 'tis a nation as fair as the day. Thank God for the land born of freedom, thank God for the USA. Let us trust in the faith of our fathers and the emblem of red, white, and blue. May it wave o'er our nation forever, for the brave and the free and the true. Let us give thanks to God now and ever, for our country, the land of the free. Thank God for the land born of freedom, thank God for the USA. Thank God for the USA, land of the brave and true. Thank God for the true American way, for the stars and the red, white, and blue. Thank God for the land we love, life and our liberty. Thank God for the right to be an American, thank God for the USA. To our Almighty Father in heaven, to the one that is higher than all, may He lead, may He guide us and keep us. By His grace we never shall fall. For the stars and the stripes of Old Glory, let us humbly and earnestly pray. Thank God for the land born of freedom, thank God for the USA. Thank God for the USA, land of the brave and true. Thank God for the true American way, for the stars and the red, white, and blue. Thank God for the land we love, life and our liberty. Thank God for the right to be an American, thank God for the USA.
Where is America going? What kind of seeds are we sowing? Let's turn the tide of doubt and drive the evil out. We've got to try like we never tried before. I want to feel the pride again in knowing that America still stands for liberty. Prayer is still our greatest weapon. 200 years with God has kept us free. What about America's children? What kind of world will they live in? We've come a long, long way, and God's with us still today. We've got to try like we never tried before. I want to feel the pride again in knowing that America still stands for liberty. Prayer is still our greatest weapon. 200 years with God has kept us free. better try like we never tried before. I want to feel the pride again in knowing that America still stands for liberty. Prayer is still our greatest weapon. 200 years with God has kept us free. 200 years with God has kept us free.
Freight train, going so fast. Freight train, going so fast.
Hi there, this is Jesse McReynolds, member of the Grand Ole Opry, Nashville, Tennessee. And you listen to my friend Johnny Woodlock on CFRC 101.9.
I don't care what train I'm on, as long as it keeps rolling on.
Well, yes, friends, once again, it's that time in the program to welcome a very special third and final interview with none other than another true Canadian pioneer of country music. And this was recorded in November 2020, but is still a favorite interview of mine and speaks about our country's most beloved Newfoundland pioneer. That, of course, is the king of the Newfies, Michael T. Wall. Now, with this mentioned, we'll follow this all-time classic interview from 6 years ago with Michael T. with an all-time classic that he recorded, and Roy Payne also wrote, called I Wouldn't Take $1 Million for a Single Maple Leaf. With that, here's an all-time classic, as I said, from the year 2020, some 6 years ago, during the height of the pandemic. With that, here's Michael T. Wall, the singing Newfoundlander, and also the king of the Newfies. My dear friend, Mr. Michael T. Wall.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the singing Newfoundlander right here.
So, let's go back to 1939. You were born into a family of 9. What are your earliest musical memories growing up?
Well, I remember, when I got around maybe 5, 6, 7 years old, I remember Wilf Carter, listening to Wilf Carter on radio.
Yes.
And yodeling.
Yes.
And Hank Snow and Roy Rogers, Dale Evans. And I knew back then, I said, someday I'm going to meet those guys, and I did.
Exactly, you sure did. Yeah.
And back in 1956, when my hero, Johnny Cash, came on the scene, I said, that's what I want to do.
Exactly, that's right.
And I said I'm going to meet him too, and I did in 1961 at Mercey Hall.
In Toronto, yes.
Yeah, I think I sent you the photo. I think.
You sure did, yes. What was he like to meet?
He was a great person. As a matter of fact, I spent quite a while backstage in his dressing room with him and Luther Perkins. I think Luther Perkins took that photo that I sent you.
Is that right? Yes.
June Carter was there at the time. Well, it was quite a gang of other entertainers too. But
yes.
I was just focused on meeting my hero, the Man in Black.
Exactly.
And and I did. We had a great chat back then, and I met him many times after it.
Exactly.
At Maple Leaf Gardens,
yes.
C&E, backstage at the Grand Ole Opry, all points in between.
And coming to thinking about Grand Ole Opry, I hear you also sang on the Opry stage.
Yes, way back, I think it was 1991. I appeared at the Grand Ole Opry, and I sang my songs about Newfoundland, and they just loved those country songs about Newfoundland and Canada.
Okay.
I remember singing Roy Payne's song, I Wouldn't Take $1 Million for a Single Maple Leaf.
Yes.
I sang that at the Grand Ole Opry. It was a Saturday afternoon.
Okay, okay.
During fanfare.
Oh, amazing. Yes. And so, tell us how you got the nickname, the Singing Newfoundlander.
Well, I remember listening and hearing on the radio the Singing Ranger, Hank Snow, and I took the Singing Newfoundlander from that name, like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it just caught on with all the Newfoundlanders living in Toronto, Ontario, and other places across Canada, and the rest is history, really. actually.
Yes, okay.
And then I got my special suits, you know, with the big green map of Newfoundland on the back. I wanted to be different. I wore my jackets all around the world. I've been around the world 4 times. I feel like an astronaut.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I guess you heard. I appeared at Rock Hill Park. You heard of Rock Hill Park? I sang at Rock Hill Park for 14 years with all the top Nashville stars. I would open up for those guys.
Amazing.
And,
yes.
And we became friends like Freddie Fender, Ernest Tubb, and all these
guys.
Yes,
Ernest and Freddie, yes. Well, who was your favorite to open for?
My favorite entertainer, you mean a meeting? Like?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, my hero, Johnny Cash. He's always been my hero and always will be.
Exactly.
And I know his brother too, Tommy, quite well.
And Tommy's a good friend of ours as well. Yes, for sure.
Tommy used to come to the Horseshoe Tavern. I think I'll send you a picture of me and Tommy. I just had a letter from him not long ago.
Is that right?
I sent him my version of Folsom Prison Blues, and he thought it was a great tribute to his brother. I have the letter. Maybe I'll copy that letter and send it to you.
Sure.
You'll hear me on YouTube. I'm singing Folsom Prison Blues live on Senior Star.
Yes.
And that was quite a thrill to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, and you'll see me shaking hands with Johnny Cash at the Grand Ole Opry on YouTube. If Michael T. Wall fans and friends want to check it out.
Sure. So the first premier of Newfoundland, Mr. Joey Smallwood, was so inspired by your way of patriotism to Newfoundlanders that he also named you the official ambassador of Newfoundland.
Yeah, I was quite honored.
Yes. What did that title mean to you?
Oh, it's like getting the gold record.
Yes.
Yes, yeah. I'm quite happy with that title, and I have a lot of titles.
Yes,
I've been called the other man in black because now I wear black tuxedo suits, and I've been called, as you know, the singing Newfoundlander, the king of the Newfies, the singing Newfie boy, and it goes on and on.
And the Newfoundland,
Australia's adopted son, and Germany's adopted son, Poland's adopted son.
Amazing. So you sure have gotten around.
I'm just I have so much fun still at my age, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
you're about to ask me my age.
Well, I should, but what was?
I was born November the 2nd, 1938. So
1938. Okay. Yes.
Well, that's okay. I don't mind because I look great.
Yes.
And I feel good. I'm in good health. Just last week, November the 2nd, I turned 82 years young.
Well, congratulations. Yes.
My secret, I'll tell you my secret, and I'll tell everyone out there in Radio Land. I never smoked, I never drank, and I never took drugs in my life. And that's why I'm still here.
Amen to that, Michael.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Amen.
Yes. None of that poisonous stuff in your body.
And I'm a good Christian man also. And,
amen. Yes. Yes.
I don't mind telling the world the highlight of my life. I was in the Holy Land, Israel. And I was there with David Maines and Norma Jean Maines.
Oh, yes. David, yes.
Well, David Maines baptized me in the River Jordan.
Oh, amazing. Yes.
And I have that on video, and that was the highlight of my life. I don't mind telling everybody.
Yes, exactly.
It changed my life.
And I've been a Christian for actually 10 years since my grandmother passed away, and it's the best life I can ever lead is through him.
Yeah. So that's great. Exactly. I'm great that you're a good Christian man.
Exactly.
Just past Sunday passed, it was Remembrance Day weekend at the Scarborough Baptist Church in Toronto, Scarborough, Toronto.
Okay.
Scarborough's part of Toronto now. And I was invited to sing I Wouldn't Take $1 Million for a Single Maple Leaf, and they videotaped my show, not my show, my performance, I should say.
Yes, yes.
And the congregation really loved it. and they wanted to buy that song, so I had some in the car.
Yes. Yeah.
So I had fun, yeah.
So tell us about, if you would, two of my favorite songs of yours. First of all, the Newfie Bullet, and the other one is the Big Old Newfie Dog.
Oh, yeah. Well, my friend Artie McLaren, he's passed away now. He was from PEI. He wrote that song, Big Old Newfie Dog, and nobody would touch it. Nobody wanted to sing it.
Oh, yes.
And I said, Artie, I want to record that song because I am from Newfoundland, and we had a Newfoundland dog.
Yes.
So he shared the song with me. He gave me half the writer's credit off the song and the publishing rights. So I've been promoted all over the world, and
yes,
it's done really good. I've sold a lot of CDs just because of that song.
Yes. And it is a cute one, that's for sure.
Oh, thank you. You can hear the dogs barking on the song.
Exactly.
Too.
I'm an owner of 3 huskies, so I know dogs mean a lot.
Oh, yeah, dogs are great pets, and I like husky dogs too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or my postal box number.
Okay, sure. I'll get those from you after. And did you say Artie McLaren has passed away?
Oh, Artie passed away 5 years ago.
Is that right? Yes, I usually play his Christmas song, Old Fashioned Christmas.
Yeah, he was a great entertainer.
He sure was, and a true Canadian voice as well.
Yes, yeah.
So, if you would, tell us about that Newfie Bullet.
The Newfie Bullet?
Song, yeah.
Oh, the Newfie Bullet. Well, the real name, it was a train, as you know, but the real name was the Caribou.
The Caribou, yes, okay.
And I rode on the Newfie Bullet, the Caribou. When I was just a kid, we used to ride across Newfoundland on the Newfie Bullet.
Okay.
Myself and my dad, we used to go, we would, board the Newfie Bullet, and we all go fishing, to drop off somewhere in the country, and we go on a fishing trip. And I remember eating lots of baker's bread, we call it, the bread you buy in the store now. We call it baker's bread and molasses.
Oh,
that's what we would take on a hunting trip.
Yes.
So when we run out of worms, we would put some molasses and bread on the hook.
Yes.
I remember doing that, and it worked.
Did it? Yes, yes.
Yeah.
That's a little Newfie trick, is it?
That was the good old days. Yeah,
exactly.
The Newfie Bullet was a really famous train, as you know. I mean, I have friends from Germany who like that song too, the Newfie Bullet song.
It's a great song, that's for sure, Michael, yeah. And you have spent over 6 decades in country music. And during that time, what have you found is the biggest change in the music business?
Well, there's new country. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of new country. And I know things have to change, music changes like a lot of other things. But I like the old traditional country style. I guess I'm from the old school. Probably you are too.
Yes, I am. Yes, I'm a third generation radio host, but I still go back to the original stuff.
Yeah, and I want to thank Wolf Milestone. He's the one that told you about me, I think.
Oh yes, he did. Yes.
Yeah, Wolf was played bass guitar for me for I think 25 years.
Is that right? Wolf's a good guy. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, he has his own band now. I'm semi-retired, but it seems like I can never get out of the music business. I'm back in the recording studio now working on a new CD album, and the title is The Best of Michael T. Wall.
Well, that's great, Michael, yes.
And when this COVID virus is over, the COVID-19 virus, I can't wait to get back on the road.
Well, we'd love to have you down here in Kingston. That's for sure.
Oh, for sure. I'll be passing through Kingston because I have a sister living there, and I want to go down and see her.
Oh, yes.
And I've been asked to go back overseas to Australia and New Zealand. So
okay. And that comes to that comes to our next question. Is you have recorded in many places, including Australia. What is the music like in Australia?
Oh, it's traditional.
Is it?
We like the kind of music you and I like. Traditional country music, and Slim Dusty, as you know, he was the king of country music. Well, he was a good friend of mine, a really good friend.
Yes.
And I was telling you, I'm working on a new CD titled That's the Michael T. Wall.
Yes.
And it really includes some early cuts from my 1970 Nashville recording session. In Music City, USA. And the band I used back then, you're not going to believe this, but it's true, DJ Fontana and his band.
Amazing, yes.
DJ was doing session work in Nashville, Tennessee, and I happened to be there at the same recording studio. So
yes.
I'm sorry. Before I forget, I'd like to say a big hello out there in Radioland to all Michael T. Wall fans across Ontario.
Yes.
And beyond for their support all these years. You know, I want to thank them very much.
Well, we'll get that out for you here. So the very last question today is a question I ask of everybody, and it's personal, but that is, how would you like to be remembered when the time comes?
Oh, I just like to be remembered, you know, as an ambassador, a musical ambassador for Newfoundland throughout the world, you know.
And I'm sure we will remember you for your songs and your many stories, and hopefully we can do this again in the new year.
Yeah, I'd like to mention, right now I'm in, I think it's 4 or 5 country music halls of fame around the world.
Yes.
And I have a guitar in each Hall of Fame.
Amazing.
The only problem, I'm running out of guitars.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, I'm also in the National Music Center in Calgary, Alberta, with Gordon Lightfoot, Anne Murray, and
Gordy Tapp, our dear friend.
Don Messer and Hank Snow and all those guys.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much, Johnny, for the nice interview.
Okay, well, you stay safe, and we'll talk to you soon.
In my opinion, this is the greatest song ever written about Canada. My thanks to Roy Payne for writing a great song.
I've seen a lot of sadness in the countries of this world. I've seen the starving faces of 1 million boys and girls. I walked the war-torn countrysides and the bloody, battered streets, where young men fought and died because they wanted to be free. And as I watch my children playing freely with their friends, I thank God for this country that I'm living in. There are no cries of fighting soldiers dying on our streets. I wouldn't take $1 million for a single maple leaf. When you think you've got troubles, just listen to the news, and I'm sure you'll realize, my friends, your troubles, they are few compared to those of others in the countries of this world. We live in a paradise, a rare and priceless pearl. Yes, friends, we've got so much to be grateful for all across this land, from the mighty Pacific Ocean to the shores of Newfoundland. So tonight, when your children pray down on their knees, you ask them to ask God to bless Canada and forever keep her free. And as I watch my children playing freely with their friends, I thank God for this beautiful country that we're living in. There are no cries of fighting soldiers dying on our streets. I wouldn't take $1 million for one single maple leaf. I wouldn't take $1 million for one single maple leaf.
I'm standing Nova Scotia proud for Canada. This is Anne Murray. Early in my career, I received a lot of pressure to move to the U.S., but I just couldn't do it. Canada was my safe haven, my light at the end of the tunnel, and it still is. Buy Canadian. Shop as if your country depends upon it. Keep your money in Canada for Canada.
And well, yes, friends, I do hope you all enjoyed that interview with our good friend and true Newfoundland pioneer of country music, Michael T. Wall. Now, once again, it's that time in the program to salute the Wayback Song of the Week. With that mentioned, this next song was requested by my dear friend, John Arsenault of Guelph, Ontario. So with that mentioned, we'll send this out to John and his wife and better half, Kathy, up there in Guelph. Today will be from Tom Northcott and a song called The Canada Song. With that, we'll send this out to John and Kathy and also wish them a happy Canada Day on Wednesday. Welcome in, friends, and happy listening.
I've had a feeling a long, long time. It has filled my heart, spilled into my mind, and I cannot tell you how it began, but now it's part of me. I start to understand. Oh Canada, oh Canada, oh Canada, oh Canada. Look at your children from all different lands. See what we've made of you with all our hearts and hands, and see what we're losing if we won't agree, and how it keeps us from being a true north, strong and free. Oh Canada, oh Canada, oh Canada, oh Canada, are you proud of the way that your children use your gifts of old? Do we hold in high enough regard a land so fair and bold? Are you now the country that you want the whole wide world to know? And what can we do to make it so?
And now, friends, of course, it's that time to say so long from the Wayback with Johnny show here on CFRC 119 FM and also www.OshawaRocks.com. But before we say so long, I would like to once again play a little clip from Stompin' Tom Connors, the king of Canadian country music.
Stompin' Tom here. Happy birthday, Canada.
And yes, friends, as Stompin' Tom just said, happy birthday, Canada. And happy birthday to each and every one of you proud Canadians out there as we say so long for another Sunday morning. With that, I would also like to thank each and every one of you for tuning into the program today, sending some special love to our friends down south as they celebrate their 250th birthday of American independence, and also sending some love out to our Canadian pioneers and listeners out there on our 159th anniversary of freedom. With that mentioned, let's send us all the way home today with a couple of songs dedicated to the men and women who helped to give us the protection of our countries, and also thank you to our soldiers who have served during the wars. But with that mentioned, we'll dedicate these to our war veterans on both sides of the border. First of all, it's going to be the song by Stompin' Tom Connors off his last album called The Flanders Field Song. That's going out to all our friends up here in the North Country. Then we'll dedicate another classic to our American listeners and all the veterans south of the border, including Jimmy Rogers of upstate New York and Carthage. And it's going to be an all-time classic by Doc and Chicky Williams and Searching for a Soldier's Grave. With that, may God bless and keep y'all, and may you also have a happy and safe week and Independence Day, but also a very safe and happy Canada Day on Wednesday. With that, may God bless and keep y'all, and as they say, keep it country out there, friends. So long for now.
In Flanders fields where poppies grow, between the crosses, row on row, our graves are marked as here we lie, out where the larks still bravely singing fly, yet scarcely heard amid the guns below. In Flanders fields where the poppies grow, in Flanders fields not long ago, we felt the dawnings and the sunset's glow. We lived and loved, and with great pride we left our homes and then for freedom died. But are we dead? Do you answer no? In Flanders fields where poppies grow, in Flanders fields we fought our foe, and from our hands now the torch we throw, and as it burns, please hold it high, for if you break the faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though fair winds blow. In Flanders fields where poppies grow, we shall not sleep, though fair winds blow. In Flanders fields where the poppies grow.
You ask me, stranger, why I make this journey, why I crossed 3,000 miles of rolling waves. Like many others, my loved one was killed in action. That's why I'm here, I'm searching for his grave. Somewhere here, among these many thousands of Americans who all died true and brave, there's where I know I'll find him resting. And so I'm here, I'm searching for his grave.
Bunker Hill, Saratoga, Yorktown, Bull Run, Gettysburg, Vicksburg, Lookout Mountain, the Little Bighorn, the Alamo, Waterloo, the Charge of San Juan Hill, New Orleans, Dunkirk, the Battle of the Bulge, Guadalcanal, Normandy, the Crossing of the Rhine, Iwo Jima, Okinawa, Flanders Field, Korea, and Arlington.
Beside each cross mark, here all around me, I'll kneel down and gladly say a prayer for all of their loved ones back home across the ocean, whose hearts like mine are buried over here. Somewhere here, among these many thousands of Americans who all died true and brave, there's where I know I'll find him resting. And so I'm here, I'm searching for his grave.
Show is over, another day gone by, with good friends all around me, how the time do fly.
Howdy friends and listeners, this here is your old host with most, Johnny Woodlock, reporting for Wayback with Johnny over this great channel. The previous show does not represent anything associated with the channel heard on. It is the sole associate of Woodlock Ranch Studios, Cornwall, Ontario. With that, have a great day and we'll catch y'all next week. So long friends.
It's hard to find the words I want to say, but friends, I'll try. God bless you all and keep you till we meet again. Goodbye.